So hello everyone, welcome. What we are going to do in this particular video is to understand and to basically be able to write a code that if a given number in consideration is positive, negative or zero. So let's say if any number x, there are three possibilities. Either the number can be positive or the number can be negative, or if the number is neither positive nor negative, so in that case, the third case, that the number has to be zero. Right. So what I've already done here is in the view of the timing and not to waste a lot of timing, I've already written the code and I'll explain you the code because the video would become 2x longer if I write it, and I just want to save your time there. Okay, so here what basically happens is I've created a variable called as num wherein I'll be storing the value. So let's say if the user enters 10, that will get stored in num. But how? So here we are giving a prompt for the user to enter the number. So enter the number would get printed. I'll just show you after running the program. And then, but the issue is by default, when let's say you enter the value 10, by default in Python accepts it as a string. So it will be not 10, it will be string of 10 in quotations. So we need to convert that string value or character, basically array of string values, into an integer value. So which is why we surround it with int, bracket open, bracket close. So this would get converted into a string of 10 to basically 10 int value. Now, obviously here we are writing the condition. Now the first condition is to check if the number is positive or not. Now let's say if the user has entered the value 10, so we just simply write, is the number greater than 0? So is 10 greater than 0? Yes, it is. So it will say true, and thus we print positive, that the number is positive. Now, for example, if let's say if the user would have entered minus 20 as a value, so in that case, it will come here, is minus 20 greater than 0? No, it's not. So obviously this will fail. Our program flow from this if would come to this else if. Now in this particular case, what we are checking, we are checking if the num is smaller than 0. Is this less than 0? So is minus 20 smaller than 0? Yes, it is true. So which is why we'll go ahead and print that the number is negative. Now, let's say if the user would have entered 0 as a value. So obviously this will not satisfy this condition, will also not satisfy, because obviously 0 is not greater than 0. 0 is not smaller than 0. Actually 0 is equal to 0. So this condition is not satisfying, this condition is not satisfying. So the program flow, after checking the program flow falls here, and then we just go ahead and say that the number is 0. So let's say if I run this particular program and I say minus 20, for example, and then I thus run the code, so it will say that this is a negative number. So as you can see, it's a negative number. Now what I've already done here is I've given the link of, if you want the code, I've given the link in the description of the video. There's this PrepInsta top 100 section. There are many codes for your placement prep and for your coding language improvement. You can see here. So there are many of them. You can check positive or negative number here. Go to Python. You'll open this particular page, and here you'll be able to, basically the program that we've done is basically here. There are other variations of how you can check the same thing. There's method 2, then there's another method 3, and so on, so on. Right, so the link of that is in the description of the video. So we just launched PrepInsta Prime subscription, which is like 150 plus courses under one subscription. So it has courses like C, C++, Java, Python, artificial intelligence, machine learning, cybersecurity, data structures, competitive coding, even company specific courses like TCS, NQT, Infosys, TCS Digital, Amazon, etc. The link is in the description of the video. Go check that out. I'm sure that you'll love that.